Hello, Magicasters of all shapes and sizes! My name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 48th episode of our second level spell series. Today we are taking a look at a very interesting spell. We're looking at Magic Weapon. This spell is usable by the Paladin, Wizard, and the Artificer, and it is found in the good old Player's Handbook. Honestly, I don't really know how I feel about this too much, but I'll let you voice your thoughts down below. The effect at a glance reads as followed. Make a mundane weapon that becomes magical and +1. The cast time is just a bonus action, which is great. The range is touch, which makes sense. The duration is 1 hour, and sadly it's a concentration spell. I got a big bone of contention with concentration spells that are meant to be used in melee combat, although technically speaking this doesn't have to be used in melee, and that was something I actually wanted to point out a little bit later on, but more often than not I feel like that's how people use it. In any case, when you decide to upcast this spell, it's a little weird. So if you're using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the weapon is +2, until you get to 6th level or higher, in which case it is a +3, which is quite good, but is it worth a 6th level spell slot? Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the campaign, I guess. The components are verbal and somatic, which is nice, and the school is Transmutation, which makes sense. In any case, let's take a look at the full description here to better flesh out the spell. You touch a non-magical weapon. Until the spell ends, that weapon becomes a magic weapon, with a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the bonus increases to +2. When you use a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the bonus increases to +3. So a couple things I want to point out here. The spell basically does 3 things. +1 to attack rolls, +1 to damage rolls, and damage is considered magical, which in my opinion is the best part. So it makes a lot of people are going to feel like melee weapons are the way to go with this. I'd probably caution against that if you're the one that's going to be planning on using it. I think a ranged weapon makes way more sense, but I'll let you decide that down in the comment section beneath. But before we quite part ways, let's take a look at some alternative uses here. So the first one I could think of that was kind of funny and not really directed at the spell itself was using this as a way to profit. Since it lasts for an hour, and since it turns the weapon into something magical, and since you can kind of prove it because spells like Detect Magic don't really get into the nitty-gritty of how something became magical, I think this is a great way to make money off of it. You buy a normal sword, enchant it, kinda sorta, and then sell it back to them. I think that's pretty dang clever. Outside of that, this is a great way of making sure your fighter is decked out with the best weapons possible at those early levels. In addition to that, this is a great balancing mechanism for complicated or difficult fights. I mean, the cast time is just a bonus action after all, and it lasts for a full hour, so I mean, it's a downside that it is concentration, but if you're away from the fight, this could be really beneficial, and a +1 doesn't sound like a whole lot, but trust me, you'd be surprised how much it saves your neck. That being said, if you have any alternative ideas, uses, concepts, questions, comments, or concerns, please put it down beneath in the comment section. I really enjoy hearing from you guys. And that being said, if you like that cool hand-drawn picture of Absurd and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out the guild hall to figure out exactly how to do that. That being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy casting, everyone.